guys' patience. We got Bobby Miller and Kerr Kriisa here. Damn, with the band. Since they haven't met you guys before, why don't you, when we ask the questions, say who you are and what outlet you're on? Questions for the student athletes. Chad?
Chad Brendel, Bearcat Journal. Baba, a little late in the process. Why'd you let it play out so long, and how'd the process lead you here to Cincinnati?
I was just trying to weigh my options, just see what the best step for me was going to be. And then I ended up talking to Coach Miller a lot. He came down to see me in Florida. Just kicked it off really well. He showed me the vision he had for the program and for myself, and I feel like this was a perfect match.
Kerr, you were rumored talking to Cincinnati the past couple off seasons. What made it the right time to be a Bearcat?
Yeah, I've always liked the university. I've always liked Coach Wes, his staff, the way he plays. It's very gritty, nasty, and I consider myself as a tough guy. So yeah, I'm super thrilled to be here. I wanted to come here last year. Got short. Somebody else committed on the visit here while I was about to come visit a couple days later. So, but yeah, everything plays out like it has to play. I have all trust in God, and just super blessed to be here.
Scott Springer, Cincinnati Enquirer. Are you looking forward to playing here wearing the red and black, and are you looking forward to going to West Virginia and Arizona, because you do play with a little attitude and you might have something for them?
Yeah, I'm very thrilled to be here, to be honest, and I'm actually very excited because, when you do college basketball 6 years, that's my 6th year, so it can get old. The summers are long. You work hard. You work your butt off, all that stuff. But I'm excited as it's my freshman year. So this is very, very cool for me to see my growth, that I don't get tired of that stuff. And yeah, West Virginia, Arizona, they're just another opponents on our schedule, but it might be a little bit more special in terms of going back where I have played before, but nothing changed. We're gonna go compete and play the same way that we have been playing.
Keegan Nickerson with Bearcat Journal. Kerr, you mentioned 6 years in college basketball. What's the biggest thing you've learned from when you stepped on campus at Arizona as a freshman to where you are now?
I've learned that in every other spot that I've been, that the food is so different. In Arizona, a lot of Mexican food. West Virginia, not too much. Kentucky, not much either. And here it's Skyline Chili. So, I've just learned more about myself, how to take care of my body, be more of a pro. When practice starts at 3, our guys, everybody's in a training room at 2 or the hour before, trying to get our bodies right for practice, and just like small details, but kind of details that add up. And then,
Baba, what's the most difficult part of this summer gelling? Obviously, the goal is to get as close together as possible, but with 10 new names, so many different guys coming together, is there a difficult part to this process?
Honestly, before I got here, I thought it was going to be a bit more of a challenge, just having so many new guys, everybody having to get to know each other, all that stuff. But I feel like as soon as we got on campus, it was better than I expected. And I feel like off the court, we're making an effort to do stuff as a team, go get food, do random activities like paintball, stuff like that. And then in the locker room, I feel like all that just translates. So on the court, it's just easier to make stuff happen as a team.
This is for either one of you guys. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. Russ Hellman with Cincinnati Bearcats on SI. The involvement of Corey Evans with your guys' recruitment, whoever wants to take it, both of you can take it. What was his involvement like compared to just prior years past, where you've talked to obviously coaching staffs, but maybe not necessarily a general manager, a guy who's keyed in on the roster building?
I think I don't know much what to answer here, because I just don't know. Me personally, before, once I hit the portal and Coach Wes called me, I kind of already knew where I wanted to go. So I didn't really have that much of a engagement with Corey. I think, and that's my opinion, don't quote it anywhere, I do think he's more of a bigger help for all staff in terms of like me talking to him directly. But obviously Corey, I mean, he's been around NBA, he knows his stuff. He's, now that I've met him and talked to him, like I really like Corey, and I think it's awesome to have a guy like that on a team, and just like who's been at the highest level, who's seen everyday practices, how it's supposed to, like how to take care of your bodies, how to be a pro, and then him coming to be part of my team. I think it adds a lot.
Neil Meyer with the front office news here. Baba, Coach Miller spoke to us moments ago. He called you a versatile 7-footer. How does Baba Miller describe his game, knowing that you do so many things well?
I feel like that's a pretty accurate description. I feel like I can do a lot of different stuff on the floor that maybe other guys my height can't do. So I feel like it's just an advantage for me, just being able to affect the game in different ways. And I just got to be able to take advantage of that this year. For Coach Miller, I feel like he has a lot of ideas in his head of how he can help me reach my full potential and help this team the most I can. So I feel like just listening to him every day and learning the most I can is going to be key.
And then, Kerr, you have a very experienced backcourt, obviously, with guys like yourself, Day-Day Thomas, and Jizzle James as well. How important is that for guys like Keyshawn Tiller to be able to learn from you guys who have experience in this conference and in all of college basketball for so many years?
Yeah, I think, first of all, I mean, Keyshawn, he's a pro already. Like, the day he stepped on a campus, like, he doesn't, I don't think we consider him as a freshman, really. And he has picked up a lot. But I think, like you said, me, Jizzle, Day-Day, who's been around, I think we're a good influence for him, just to kind of show small details and stuff like that. But, yeah, Keyshawn has done a good job already, and I'm very, very happy with him.
Ryan Roberts with Riverfront Cincy. You guys are both players who have experience on the international level. How much has that experience helped with the transition to Cincinnati with a new system, new program, and just all around different experience?
I mean, I feel like just being able to like get with a new group of guys and like guys that you're just not used to playing with on the court, and being able to like make it work pretty fast is a big advantage, because like national team, you got guys playing in like all around the world, and then you're together for 1 month and have to make it work for like a European championship, world championship. So I feel like that's a big advantage for us, just because we're used to playing with different type of guys and making it work fast.
I mean, that was like perfect answer. So.
And as a follow-up, can you walk us through that moment where it's kind of been captured on video, where you're it's been noted that you bring a toughness to Cincinnati with your playing style. Walk us through that moment with Luka Doncic.
Damn, that was 5 years ago. I mean, it's just heat of a game. He's an elite player. I mean, he's one of the best players in the world, and me at that moment, like, I'm nobody. I'm just trying to, scratch the surface that he's been doing for years now. I mean, he was like the MVP of EuroLeague when he was like 17. Like, I was still in my diapers basically, and I'm watching him like be the MVP. So, and it's funny for me because like I feel like Americans like 7-8 years ago, they didn't really respect EuroLeague that much, and for us as Europeans, we see a kid who is 17 become an MVP of EuroLeague. Like, that was really cool. So for me, like, I just played against one of the best players in the world, and I just competed and gave everything I had, and that talking stuff, like, not a big deal. It just happens during the game sometimes.
Baba, I'm curious, being 7 foot, we've heard a lot about growth spurts. In your case, were you always the biggest kid in like your age group, or did you hit a crazy growth spurt throughout the period?
So it was a bit weird. As a kid, like, I was a big, so I was tall. I just wasn't like super tall. And then at some point, I was just a late bloomer, so guys started to get into the like older bodies, like stronger, taller. So I was still tall, but I wasn't like super tall. And at some point, I just had a crazy growth spurt, probably from like 15, 16, something like that. But I lost a lot of weight, so I was super skinny. So then my coach just started playing me at the 3. And I feel like that's what really helped me like improve so much in areas that I wasn't used to playing in. And then once my body started to catch up, then it just translated to being a bit more like versatile.
So you're playing underneath. Can you describe the big slime Jalen Haynes to us?
I mean, I would say he's pretty versatile too. I mean, his ability to like pass is like above average. Like we're above average. Feel like he sees the game really well. And also, I mean, I don't know how much he weighs, but like he's a force like in the post. So like for me, I'm having a hard time guarding him sometimes, but like I take the challenge, and I guess he has a hard time guarding me too. So I think it's really good for us this summer to get used to playing against different type of guys that we're not used to playing against. But Big Slime's gonna be really good, I think.
How much do you think those 2 years at Florida State will help you adjusting into the Big 12, having some high major experience behind you?
Yeah, I mean, I think Florida State was 2 good years for me to experience high major, like physicality, like top tier guys. Then I had 1 year at FAU where I was able to like expand my game a little bit more, like had great coaches that allowed me to try to take the right steps in the right direction. And now I feel like it's a year where I just got to put everything together and combine what I learned at FAU and what I learned at FSU and just keep taking steps and help the team the most I can this year.
But one of your old teammates from FAU is across town now.
Yeah.
Have you told him he's out, you don't like him anymore?
Nah, I haven't told him that, but I definitely sent him a text message. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Kerr, what have you focused on most individually in terms of improving your game this offseason? That's one of the more veteran guys on the roster and a guy who knows kind of the ins and outs of improving during a college summer.
You mean me personally?
Yeah, just you individually.
Just getting my body right. Getting my body right, ready to play, losing my body fat, getting my kind of pace back. Obviously, I got hurt in the middle of the season last year, so it's been kind of like a long process. But yeah, for me, the main thing really is just making sure my body is straight, and yeah.
You and Buck didn't cross paths at West Virginia, but was that commonality able to help you guys kind of get on the same page? And what's playing against him like in practice when he's defending you?
I don't know if it helped us to get on the same page because my staff and his staff there were completely different, except our lifting coach was the same for the summer. So yeah, we connected quick. We both loved the guy. Shout out to Sean Brown. He took good care of us. What was the other part of the question?
What's it like going against him every day?
Oh yeah, he's a menace. He's a dog. Like when we go up and down, like he's picking up full. He's getting in your ear. You know, he's just a bulldog, and you can really tell the grit and the will that he's willing to put down for his team in terms to be successful. He might not average 20 for us, but he's taking pride of what he knows he's very good at, and then he's working very hard for his, he's working on his shot a lot. Like he's always in the gym, so he's working on his weaknesses. So he's been great.
Kerr, you got to play against Cincinnati in the Maui tournament. I don't know if you got to experience it here in your past, but what stood out to you about Cincinnati's fan base that said, okay, this is the place I want to be?
Yeah, Maui not so much because, obviously you're far away, and Maui is a special tournament though, and I do remember we had a pretty good win there, and that. But I played here when I was at West Virginia. It was last game of the season. We weren't very good in terms of like the standings. We were like the bottom teams, and when we came here, I mean, this place was rocking. Like it was jumping, and we were like, holy cow! Like because when we traveled around, like we weren't the team that when we go in town that the other team is gonna sell out their home crowd. We usually that year we got like the poor crowd, but when we came here, like it felt like we were number 10 team in the country. Like it's a top 10 matchup. So ever since that, like I really realized how special this community here is and how much the fans care about their basketball here. But obviously, I mean, Hugs is my guy. I'm a big fan of Hugs. I obviously committed to play for Hugs in West V, and that also kind of helped me with the decision that knowing that what Hugs had done here in the past is like, that's when you know that like it's a really special community.
Kerr, and all your stops, EuroLeague, college, who would you say is the best player you've played with, and what was the biggest lesson you took from them?
Best player I played with. I'm just saying from college. I mean, I've had a lot of great players. Benedict Mathurin, we were the same class. We were actually roommates too, and he kind of showed the professionalism from day one. He always had his goal made up in his mind, and nothing wavered it. He could have had some bad days, good days, but he was always like the level where he knew where he wanted to go. So that was kind of cool to see, and seeing him now succeed in the highest level, having one of the best, was it game 4 or game 3 in the finals where he just went crazy. Like, I thought that was like super cool, just personally.
Any other questions? Thanks, guys.
Yeah, are you guys filming it still? I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend. I love her so much.